Well, she's all back together-ish. There's a million things I could do better. But then I'd be here for 3 weeks, or 2 weeks, not even 2 weeks. It's the 13th or something. So it's together, and I put the diamond on top. Just, it doesn't go there. There's a layer that goes in between, the monorail layer. But I wanted to talk about the wiring, and the wiring of this tower has always been, because there is so much wiring, and you can just see all the life lights throughout the entire layout, and the EL wire that goes, well, you can't see it, but it goes through those 2x2 trans yellow round bricks, and you can see the wiring up here, which is a disaster. But nobody sees it, so I don't care. It's a bird's nest. But these wires come out here. Let me just get these out. So that goes there. Forgot to pull these things out earlier. So coming all the way back down to here, there are two 9-volt wires. One for the door mechanism there, and one for the rack that pushes the ship in and out. So those have to be taken into account of, but we'll put those aside for now. This one wire goes to the lights on the ceiling here, and the EL wire that goes around there, and the lights on this level up here. You can see there's lights right there and there. So there's 16 life lights, 2 basic kits. One there, where is it? You probably already see before I do. I was looking at the screen. It's right there, right there. And the other one is way over there. But I do have, and you can see it hidden in there, I do have an EL wire converter, which goes to this EL wire here. And I don't think it goes anywhere else. But so that's this wire here. So that's 16 life lights, 2 life lights kits, and 1 EL wire. This strand here, has 3 life lights connectors, and 1 EL wire connector, which goes all the way up to here, which lights up those 2x2s and all the landing pads. So because I needed all that power to get up there. So this connection comes up here, goes into here, comes out there inside, and then comes out this little hole right here. And this has a 4-pin connector and a 8. How many wires are there? 2, 4, 6, 8-pin connector. And then it connects to the diamond. So it skips over. It honestly does skip over the monorail station level, which has no lighting in it at all, but it gets lit up because the landing pads here are shining down on it. So I didn't have to worry about that. So there's absolutely no lights in the landing pad. Oh wait, I can't say that. This guy right here, this guy lights up the EL wire in the monorail station. That's what I mean. There's no lighting in the monorail station besides 1 EL wire that goes around the perimeter. So then it comes into here, goes through here, up to here, and then up to here, where there's another life lights kit here that lights all up here, and there's a life lights kit. There's 2 more life lights kits in here that take care of all the lights in this level. And then it even goes on. So this is again EL wire going up to the top, and 1 life lights cable going up to the top, which lights the the air ops and the cake topper, which has 4 life lights kits at the top. So there's 4 at the top life lights kits. There's at least 2, 3, 4 in here. There's 2 there. So I don't know how many lights that is altogether. There's like 50 plus LEDs in the tower by itself. So I did love lighting this thing up with the LEDs. I don't have a good enough battery. I was going to show you all lit up, but you can barely see it because the batteries are dead. And I don't feel like getting 110 volt connectors. But I do have two ready to go back in here because they sit right there. I took them out so I could take it apart. So I'll put those back in. And what I'm going to do, and don't tell anybody, do not tell anybody, what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill, I'm going to get my hole saw on my drill, my hole drill bit. I'm going to cut like a 2-inch diameter hole right about here in the wood so I can put these two wires through whenever I need to. This is going to come over here and go to these life lights kits here, which gets right in there, and then the wires come out here. So what's going to happen is I'm going to cut away these studs here on this base plate. This base plate's already ruined. You can see the corners notched out. I'm going to cut another 2-inch hole here so you can get the life lights 110 volt connectors into here easily, because I have to get them over here and I have to push them through that little 1x1 stud hole, and there's a little tiny hole below that. And I said, I'm not doing it anymore. It's way too much effort to get the wiring all connected up when I want to get the wiring connected up. That takes too much time and energy. I'm also going to plug all that in on this module before I actually put any other modules on the layout for the building. So I used to, and I mentioned this before, I used to, when I was setting up the layout, I put the supports together and the joists going across, and then I put out all 9 modules of wood with the base plates taped to them. I'm not going to do that next time. I'm going to take out module number, this is module number 2. This sits on top of module number 2, the wood module, the 2 base by 3 base plates module, and it holds this one and the one at the back. And so I'm going to pull this one up first on module number 2. I'm going to connect all the plugs to it, and then I'm going to pull out the one in the back, the other set, the building, and I'm going to put that here, and then I'm going to have this is a whole different 2x3 piece of wood, and I'm going to put the side one on there because it was always tough putting them all together when all the wood was out there because they wouldn't slide together. You had to kind of pull them straight down and not hit anything. It was just a big pain in the butt. Yeah, I'm going to try to take a video of it when I'm out there. And of course, the little one that's right in the front, it sits by itself. So that's not too bad. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. But this thing is mostly done. Whether or not I get this thing ready for the show for the door going up and down, I wanted to get it. I mean, the door works fantastically well. Straight up, the door works perfectly well. As to pushing the ship in and out, it's going to be the next question. I might work on that a little bit tonight. I used to have the piece for that. I literally have no idea where it is. It's in one of these totes, I'm sure. I'm just going to build another one. And I'm going to see if that will work. It's a really, really quick thing tonight, maybe. And get the whole thing working. But then I actually have to create a whole new, press a button or wave your hand over something. I have to create that then. And the coding with the RCX Wayne is a cut and paste from what I already have for everything else. But the door opening and the ship going out and the ship coming in and the door going down, that's a lot of time. That's like a couple, I wouldn't say a minute, probably a minute for the whole thing, the whole sequence. Door going out, ship coming out, and then stop. And then the ship going in, door coming down, and stop. So each one of those sequences is about 30 to 45 seconds. I'm going to time it because people aren't going to wait around for that. I'll have to see. I am glad this one is here. Like this is done. This is absolutely fantastic. I am amazed how much better this is than the way I had it set up before. I mean, the axle still goes all the way across, which is fine because you have the gears on each side. And how, I mean, it's nice long wire. Put that over here. How smooth operation that is. I mean, it's slow, which is fine. You don't want it to go fast. You know, a worm gear to 24 tooth is just going to slow it right down, and then it just stops, which is where it's supposed to stop. I think it stops where it's supposed to stop. I can't tell. Look at the front. Yeah. So So let's push it back up. You can see. Watch the door come back down. Yeah, it just clears the 4x4x2 cones, which is fine. Yeah, I like the gaps in the door. And then that's done. So I'm gonna be happy with that. And then the wiring comes in. So this is the other thing. This is why I love my little supports that I have on every corner, because you can run the wiring through it, just like I did here with this guy that comes down here. So you don't have to run through the building as often. I did have to run it through here because I had nothing to put it through. And then up here it goes, it's all hidden up there all the way to the top. So when you're looking at the layout from a display perspective, you don't see the wiring overall. That was my hope. Now lately, because I got so much wiring for the light sensors and the power to the monorail track, that it was just easier to run the wiring on top than underneath. But I don't know. We'll see how it goes. At worst, there's going to be a static display of a space layout. At worst, no movement, no lights. It's just going to sit there. But that hasn't happened in a long time. I always get something working, and the monorails are all over there, all fixed, ready to go. So I am going to bring my soldering iron just in case. I'm going to bring some spare wire just in case. And I'm going to, if I have to, I'm going to solder things up to make a show better. I do love working on giving the best show I possibly can give. But anyway, that's it. That's all. Everybody out there, stay safe, take care, and I will talk to you soon.